Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Universiti Teknikal Malaysia Melaka, UTM. Today, we would like to hand a interview session for our Engineering Ethics and Oshe Bmkt 4253 assignment. Can we start now?
Yes, please proceed.
For the first question, can you tell us your name, the company you currently work for, and how long you have been with the industry?
Okay, so Assalamualaikum and good night, everyone. Okay, so my name is Siti Nur Akila, or you can call me Akila. I'm currently working in Sony EMCS in Bani. I've been working there as a design engineer for 5 years. Currently entering my 6 years. I'm working as a design engineer. Now my current status is as a senior design engineer.
May I know what inspired you to pursue a career in the engineering industry?
Okay, so first and foremost, I think it sparks when I'm entering my secondary school. I like physics, I like to calculate, and then I like machines. Initially, I like machines, but then when I enter during my engineering school, I learned a lot about drawings and also mostly on designing of CAD. You know CAD, right? CAD drawing. And then that's what inspires me to further in engineering industry.
Okay, for the next question regarding the professional ethics for the engineer. The first question is, how do you ensure you stay updated on law and ethical guidelines related to engineering practice?
Okay, so this is quite interesting question because in Sony we are actually have annually training for ethics for courses like involving, for example, I can say code of conduct or breach of contract, meaning we have continuous training that requires us to involve every year, meaning you will not be secluded from anything law related, meaning Sony is a Japan's company, so Japan is very very strict, so you must always follow order, always follow law, so they will ensure us to be involved, to go for training every single year to ensure that everyone is in line. And one more, we have a hotline that is open to all employees to actually complain if there is any unethical behavior, meaning if there is uneven order from our superior, meaning we can call the hotline that we can complain, so that there is one bureau that will do investigation. Okay, that's all. Okay.
Can you share an example on how you integrated ethical decision making into your daily work?
Mm, ethical, meaning any ethical issue.
Yeah.
Okay, for example, if someone, for example, I explain a scenario that happened actually. There is this one worker. He has been doing some lacking in work. So his friends were actually covering for him. So one of my colleagues actually complained it to our supervisor. And then the supervisor actually, instead of ignoring his complaint, he confront to my colleague that he will investigate. Meaning his complaint was not ignored, so he investigated and he meet face to face with the worker and they resolved it. I think he got the disciplinary action that is I can say suitable, meaning it's not that worse, it's not that okay, meaning people are treated equally, and if there are any breach in their behavior, they will actually be taken action accordingly.
The next question is regarding the cross-cultural communication.
Mm.
For the first question is, have you ever faced miscommunication due to cultural differences, and how did you resolve it?
Okay, this is very, very, I can say controversial issue happening in Sony because we are working in a very multiracial races. Sony actually have a lot of races. We have Chinese, we have Japanese, we have Indians, and also we have Malay. Okay, so in order for us to actually avoid any miscommunication between all of us, because we know each one person have different understanding, right? So what we do is that everyone will have to meet face to face in any meeting, so that they will in the end of the meeting, everyone that have any question or any unsatisfied issue, they have to voice out. Meaning, from there, from the meeting, actually, we can have any complaints, any concern from all races. Okay, so I think so far we don't have any issue regarding ethical among us, because everyone is, because I've mentioned before, right, we have a few training that we have to attend, and we have ethics, meaning everyone have to be in their best behavior and they have to be professional. So I think cross multi races is not an issue lah.
Like you said before, you have many colleagues with different race. Can you tell me what strategies do you use to build your trust with your diverse team?
Okay, so we actually held quite a lot of potluck. I can say it's not potluck, meaning uh, since I'm not working in production, so I'm working mostly among designers. So designers, they have some due dates, meaning, okay, so for one event, we will have an end date. So after ending one of event, we will go to the next event. We have a few days of I can say um, free time. So during that, we are going to have any like events, like small events, gathering, potluck, so that from there we actually improve our communication, relation with every managers, every supervisors, and also HODs. So from there, actually, we can break the, I can say, the gap, actually, the gap between manager and also supervisor during the gathering. Okay, so that what's bring all of us together. Actually, we can be strict during work, we can be professional during work, but we can also be friends and respect each person.
For the next question, I will pass to my classmate team members. Ipan, you may ask the question.
Okay, next part is safety protocols. How do you train team members to understand the importance of safety protocols?
Okay, so in Sony, in my department, we have one person assigned to be the safety officer. Each department have their own safety officer. So every month they will share out some flyers, some notice about safety protocols, to alert everyone on any safety concerns. So from my side, I'm actually handling one machine. It is a CNC machine. So this safety officer will ensure that we go for training, and we paste all of the SOPs for handling, and make sure that it's visible to operator handling the machine. And we also held annually safety training for operators, for our technicians, and also for all engineers, to ensure that all are aware on all of the safety precautions, especially for operators, because they are the one handling the machines in a mass production way. So that is how we ensure we apply safety protocols very strictly.
Can you describe a situation where safety procedures prevented a major incident?
Okay, so for example, I give an example for a CNC machine. If you can imagine a CNC machine using drilling on a blank space. For example, a machine, drilling automated machine. So to handle this one, we need to have SOP. So the SOP has been already printed, shown, and trained to the operators. So but I can say that we are all human. Human do make errors. So to ensure that they did not touch the drill, because sometimes maybe out of cautious, someone can touch the drill during it is running. So how do we prevent? We put some safety mask around, safety acrylic, I think like acrylic mask around it, to ensure that nobody can touch the drill during operation. And then we also put it in SOP to ensure that before operating any machine, they have to ensure that the safety mask is there. That is how we prevent any injury from happening, because we know operators also come and go, and we have to train them whenever we have a new person, we have to train them again. But when we have a safety SOP, which we put very near to the machine, so I think everyone can understand, everyone can see back if they forgot.
I think that's all from us. Actually, we would like to thank Mrs. Akila for your time, and we are honored to having you for this interview.
Okay.
Thank you
Thank you.
for information, and Assalamualaikum. Thank
Terus,
you.
okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, today we are with one of the engineer from Malaysian Marine Heavy Engineering (MMHE) at Pasir Gudang. Today we are going to do some interview with you, sir. Okay, so first of all, introduction. Can you tell us your name, the company you currently work for, and how long you have been with the industry?
Okay, my name is Shamrul Azri Sibu. Currently, I'm working for MMHE, Pasir Gudang, Malaysian Marine Heavy Engineering, just like you said just now. And I've been in the industry for 6 years, both as construction engineer and also project engineer. Requirement. Can you repeat that again?
Okay, for the simple one, do you think engineers can perform their duty responsibly into the fast-paced industry movement?
Well, actually, more than ever, it is now a must. Why? Because we are in Malaysia, and Malaysia is a fast-growing country, and we have to compete within Malaysia. We have giants of engineering companies, and then at the same time, not just locally, we also have foreign companies such as from Korea, from Singapore, from Japan, residing in Malaysia. So to say, locally and also internationally, we have to compete with them. If not, how do we plan to advance our country as local and as countrymen ourselves to the next level and to compete with the other country? We cannot afford to fall behind in our engineering solutions and engineering design and contributions to the other company, to the other country, right? We cannot afford to be to lose in this race. So, if you ask me, that is my answer. When we talk about preparations, we can have to deliver work ethically and in good completion strategy. There's always 2 points that I always tell my teams. The first is the documents, and the second one is the manpower.
Okay, that's a quite sharing from you. Okay, people say that engineering field is a difficult field that we need to prepare before entering. So for you, have you ever had to make a difficult decision that balanced ethical consideration with practical outcomes, and how did you handle it?
Ethical versus practical outcomes. Well, I remember in years back in Klang, when I was working for a project in Klang, the client of the project required us to inspect 20 containers recovered from offshore vessel, transport vessel that was involved in a fire accident. So they provide us the 20 containers from offshore, and we load it up into our yard. And then there's a lot of work to open up each container and then inspecting them. But the purpose of the project is that for the 20 containers, they want to do a full inspection of the goods inside, so that the clients can recover the cost of the damage from their insurance party. So after the work completed, we have recovered about half a ton, 500 kilos plus of wastages. All of them are deemed as scheduled waste. So all in all, the client came to us saying that please do not report all these scheduled waste to DOE, and let them handle the waste by themselves. So as the partner of the project, we would say this would be the best solution at the time, not considering ethical reasons or whatsoever. It would be the best. Why? Because our partner is willingly offering themselves to clear out all the scheduled waste, so we don't have to manage it. We can save the time and cost of managing the scheduled waste.
Okay, so cross-cultural communication and ethical challenge is a common thing in a working environment that we face. So can you share with us, how do you communicate with foreign workers, and can you share your working experience based on honesty and ethic that you were tested?
Okay, if you're talking about foreign workers, I can say for sure for the construction and also maintenance, on average, we will have about 60% to 70% of our workers are from foreign countries. Okay, so we will have Pakistani, we will have Bangladeshi, and sometimes we will have Vietnams, and also from other countries as well. So yes, it poses a difficulty if not managed for us to supervise and manage the work efficiency and also the language barrier, right? So what we do is we don't let them do the work by themselves. Okay, we need to have a structured grouping of workers. For, let's say, for example, 10 people per group, and each of the group we will have a local work leader, and then among the foreign workers we will have to mix them, partially an experienced foreign workers and also rather new foreign workers. Okay, the reason why we are mixing them like that is because usually we will teach the foreign workers how to communicate with us. Okay, it's already on a roll whereby we already have the seasoned foreign workers with us. So when we bring in new foreign workers, we'll just have to mix them around and then start the learning process of teaching them and them learning our language again. So in that sense, we can tackle the language barrier by itself. So in order to evaluate how efficient they are in their work, when I say a structured grouping of the workers, we put a work leader inside and we assign a specific task for each group. Okay, let's say we have 100 foreign workers. We divide them by 10% for each group. So for each group, one at a time, we give them a task, and we will tell them how long do they need to finish the task. Okay, so by the end of the day, let's for example, we give them 1 day to finish the task. We will give the direction to the work leader, and then the work leader will cascade the task to the foreign workers, right? So by the end of the day, we will communicate with the work leader and ask them, have you finished your task? If yes, then we'll go, for example, just now, I think a few questions back, I think I mentioned about the QC report and stuff, right? So if the work has been done by them, we'll go for internal checking, whereby it's on the supervisor and engineer levels to go and check if their work has been properly done. And then after that, we'll call the quality guys to check again, is the work done as per the requirement by the clients. This, I think, is the benchmark of us telling the work being done by the foreign workers are acceptable and in good quality that our clients can accept them.
In a simple sentence, what advice that you can give to fresh graduates? For example, what skills they need and what they have to prepare to succeed in the real life industry?
Well, for the fresh graduates, I think this is actually quite simple, as it sounds very quite funny as well. I think the advice of what is the most benefiting skills for fresh graduates would be the copy and paste skill. You know what? But allow me to explain a little bit on the copy and paste skills. Right? Throughout the industry, there will always a person that will have something more than you, right? So if you are good at doing this, you always meet somebody good at doing other stuff. And if you think you are already the best at what you're doing, there will be always somebody that is doing that better than you. So what I mean when I say the copy and paste skill is about we copy what they have and paste it to ourselves, right?
Thank you so much, Sir Shamrul Azri. It is nice that you share with us your experience, and thank you for spending your time today. Hope that we can get to know more and learn about engineering field deeper when we get a free time. And thank you for today, sir.
Yep, that's all right. Thanks. Welcome.